This video is just gonna be short and sweet. I'm just gonna talk about what helps me when I'm stressed the fuck out. And I get stressed out by a lot of things. Sometimes I get stressed out by family. Sometimes I get stressed out by work, friends, not reaching or not knowing how to obtain personal goals. Sometimes I get frustrated by just like having a list of errands that I know I need to do, time restraints. I mean, anything. Stress can really, I didn't even realize like when you're stressed how it can literally affect your health in very particular things. Like it can affect your skin, it can affect your hair, it can affect your energy levels, it can affect so much. I mean, I'm honest, I am only speaking from my own experience. I am not the most knowledgeable on this subject, but I will share with you all what helps me when I'm stressed out. For one, what helps me when I'm stressed out? Have I been sleeping correctly? Like, have I been getting the good, they say 8 hours, but I like to get like a 7.5. I try not to sleep longer than 8 hours because I kind of get this like sluggish little like behavior after the day. It's like, I definitely need more than the coffee to pick me up. But it's my sleeping schedule on point, basically. If my sleeping schedule is on point, then that's number one. Number two, what have I been eating? Have I been eating a lot of processed foods? I do eat a lot of processed foods, but am I just eating nothing but crap? That probably has a lot to do with it. I normally am always eating something. I'm either snacking, eating crab legs, or eating good. And like eating good, like eating salads. I love vegetables. When I was a child, I like forced myself to eat vegetables because I was always told they were good for me. And it randomly makes me think about all that. Kenan Thompson, when he pretended to be the lunch lady, when he was like, eat your peas now. Whenever I say that, most people don't know where that's from. I'm like, you didn't watch all that. But whatever. So yeah, sleep, digestive, like what am I eating, things like that. 3, my surroundings. I try to be conscious of my days. Think about your days, be present in your days. And why I say this is because you could probably easily identify what is triggering your stress. You could be like, dang, I was good up to this point. Sorry, neighbors. Yeah, so it's like you could probably easily identify what stressed you the fuck out throughout your days. Like you could be like, you know, I was completely good up to this point until so-and-so said this, or until so-and-so arrived, or when I looked in the mirror, or when I realized I had to do blah, blah. Because at first I feel like you have to acknowledge what is causing the stress if it's gonna help relieve stress. But like a normal day when I'm stressed out, I'm like, I should probably take a shower. I should probably clean, even when I don't feel like cleaning. It's just like something about just having like a clean space really helps drive the positive thoughts. I do affirmations. I also like to look at myself in the mirror and talk to myself. Some people are iffy about that one. They say that one's weird. But I just feel like if you can't like have a one-on-one with yourself and it be positive, then you know what I mean? Like, I don't think that's weird. Like, I really do look in the mirror and I talk to myself on some Easter shit. Like, I gas myself up, I hold myself accountable in the mirror. I reflect in my reflection. Basically, I reflect in my reflection. I call my grandma. I have a really close relationship with my grandma. I like to call my grandma, see how she's doing. Something about being with that woman or talking to that woman just really helps like put me at ease. I call a friend I haven't spoken to in a while. Have a quick chat, maybe like 10 minutes. I write some notes. I recently am trying to get into journaling. If I'm being honest, I think I suffer from mild like ADHD or ADD. So sometimes it's really hard for me to sit still and just write. I mean, even now I'm like moving around constantly. I just can't. Or if you realize you've been stressed or down, are you just in the house? Maybe go for a walk. This is all very like random and scattered, but it's just so many things. I just feel like my mind is just like everywhere when it comes to things that I help aid my stress. Another good thing that helps me as well when I'm stressed out is just going for a walk, like a nice 10-minute, 20-minute, 30-minute scenic walk. Sometimes I have my music in, but I notice when I have my music in, even in the house, like my earbuds, I kind of disassociate like easily. Like I just get into this like trance. I get lost in the music. Sometimes the music though that I choose is like sad or just not really in tune with how I'm really feeling. So I take the earphones out and I just listen. I listen to the things that are around me. I smell the things that are around me. I taste whatever it is that's currently in my mouth. Look, all that. I try to use all the senses, you know what I mean? I mean, even music is a good stress reliever, even though I detach because I know I dissociate after a while. Even tuning into some good tracks is a good one that can help relieve stress. Some people own pets, some people don't. I have a cat, even though this cat, who's actually right here next to me sleeping, even though she stresses me out, I actually have to acknowledge this cat actually like is there for me when I have no one, like literally when I'm by myself. Something about just petting her. She doesn't really cuddle, she's not a cuddler, but just knowing that, hey, I have someone that literally, without me, they probably can't survive. I mean, yeah, they can get another owner, but most people don't normally adopt older cats. I digress. But I literally have someone that is relying on me for their well-being. You know what I mean? Sunlight, sunlight, sunlight. Nothing is better than some good vitamin D. Like, I also get a lack of vitamin D these days because, you know, growing up in Florida, it was just sun 24/7, beaming. Fall has just started, so the sun is definitely here, and it was just summer, so the sun is definitely out in here, but for a while, in cold months was... Yeah. Another thing that helps me relieve stress is plants. One particular plant I'm specifically talking about, but if you get it, you get it, and if you don't, you don't. I think another thing that also aids and helps with my stress is being alone, but I am seeing just from living my life that some people don't know how to be alone. Some people can't stand it, so I think it kind of depends on the person for that one, but being alone, I'm like, I get to recharge my batteries. I get to just take everything off and just fucking be and exist and just float in my own abyss. I like being alone. I think I'm the best company that I can have. But again, I do know some people, it's different for them. And that's a journey for them to figure out and decide what works best for them. Sometimes I like to set the mood with the oil diffuser. If you have an oil diffuser, then you already know what's up. If you don't, I would highly recommend them. Get some essential oils. Sometimes they can be a little pricey. You can order it online, but there's eucalyptus, peppermint. I love a little tea tree. I love a little orange. I love lemongrass. Aromatherapy is basically what I'm getting at. It'd be coming in clutch. Sometimes just getting dressed up with no particular plans. Just getting dressed up, and maybe there might be something you want to do. Maybe we're in COVID, so, you know, restrictions, but maybe you might want to go to a drink. You can go get a drink by yourself. Get dressed up, go to the bar. I know some bars are having outside seating. Some bars are taking to-go drinks. You can go get a drink, piggybacking on that walk. Have a nice walk on yourself, enjoying a nice little beverage. Another good stress reliever, because hopefully we're all grown here, is orgasms. Safe sex is great sex. Sex is very stress relieving. Yeah, I mean, there's no easier or better way to say it. Orgasms help relieve stress. You don't have to have a partner to have an orgasm. I repeat, you do not have to have a partner to have an orgasm. You don't. And if you don't know how to do it by yourself at this point, I don't really know what to tell you. Sometimes just sitting back and enjoying a show that you really enjoy helps relieve stress. For me, I remember there were times I would go on YouTube and I would watch Cartoon Hangover for like Sundays for being hungover. It helped. Like a Rick and Morty or like Key and Peele. Those shows, for some reason, they're just like, they are so funny to me, so they just kind of help relieve stress. They rolls right on off. Stretching, something about that. I'm very long and tall, so things are always, I can hear like the cracks and stuff in my back. So stretching and all that stuff, it helps too. It makes me feel like I can actually breathe. Breathing. Dang, that's honestly probably out of everything that I'm about to say, this is probably one of the most important things. It's all in how you breathe. meditation. If you've never meditated before, I don't want to say it's super simple, but it's super simple. Just breathing in and out, analyzing your surroundings, grounding yourself. There's different techniques in meditating that you can easily look up. One cool technique that I like, and I don't know if this is the proper term for it, but this is what I call it. I call it scanning. So basically, you know, I normally have to breathe in and out for a while until I get back to that normal breathing pattern. And then I begin to scan as there's a scanner going down my body. And basically each time the scanner touches a part of my body, I begin to analyze what that part of me feels like or whatever. So for example, let's say I'm scanning, I'm thinking about how my head feels. Then I get to my eyes, I'm thinking, what do I see? Which is the back of my eyelids. Then I get to my ears, what am I hearing right now? Then I get to my nose, what am I smelling right now? I get to my mouth, what am I tasting right now? My shoulders, how's my posture? My chest, can I feel my heartbeat? My stomach, examining my breathing techniques. My shoulders, my knee, my feet. I don't know what it is, but something about that, it's like literally grounding me. So that's a technique that I really like. There's a bunch of different techniques. Another one that I really enjoy, I also don't know the terminology for this one, but I like to imagine that my thoughts are cars on a highway. Cars going. And when I'm feeling stressed and anxious, I realize it's because I'm trying to chase every car. No one goes on a highway and they try to chase every car. No. But what do we do normally when we see highways? We do just that. We just look at them. And I try to remember, those are my thoughts. I have to just let them come and go. Just literally like that. And something about that is just very calming. I feel like it allows me to kind of detach myself from everything that I'm feeling and kind of just look at everything from a different point of view. And I began to really analyze things from a full, wide range and perspective. That really helps me as well when I'm stressed out. It's kind of like, girl, you're doing too much. That's why. You're doing literally too much. Just sit down. Another good thing that helps me with my stress, let's say I have a lot to do in the day, a lot to do in the week, a lot to do in the month. Just simply writing everything down. And I don't know why, but actually crossing something out, knowing that you've done that, is just oddly satisfying. And then eventually when you cross everything out, you're looking at this list of things that you've done and you're just like, hell yeah, I'm a badass chick. I did all of that. I'm so awesome. You just pat yourself on the back. Those are a few things that help me with stress that I can think of on the top of my head. Like I said, this video is going to be short and sweet. Maybe some of these things or maybe all you already knew, or maybe there was some that you were like, hey, I didn't know that. And if I did help, I'm so glad that I was able to help and assist you today. Like always, thank you so much for coming to this video. Please like, please comment, please subscribe, and take care of yourself. All right.